That's the tower. Hemisphere 68. You look over to this line, straight from the White House, 1968. This international exposition is proof that Americans are not only dreamers, we are doers. We are all dreamers here. Citizen or not, all of us, you and me. What's up, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering, hey Edgar, what are you doing on this open field on a cloudy day where it might be raining later? Well, today marks an important day in terms of the history of DACA. If you don't know what DACA is a program that I am a beneficiary from. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Beneficiary. I have DACA for quite some time now, months actually. The Supreme Court heard some oral arguments on whether the Trump administration could terminate DACA, could get rid of it. That was last November. This has been one of many attempts by the Trump administration to rid of this program, and luckily the Supreme Court sided with us, the immigrant community, with DACA recipients. It held a 5-4 decision stating that the way that the administration tried to get rid of the DACA program was arbitrary and capricious. Now, I will say a disclaimer. I am not a lawyer. I actually even failed out of law school. So this is just what I've learned from today in terms of the news, from a couple of different events that were trying to explain the 74-page document of this decision. So I'm trying my best to explain what I understood. So just keep that in mind as you continue watching this video, and that's why I brought notes. So what does arbitrary and capricious mean? That's the way to describe the manner in which the administration tried to get rid of this program, DACA. Well, the Supreme Court reinforced that the presidential administration does have the power to get rid of DACA. It's just the way they did it this time was not the right one. Are ants getting me? The way they tried to get rid of it was not the best one. It was not according to the procedural rules as they stated. There is a way that they could do that, and I think this decision kind of laid down the roadmap if they wanted to. The Trump administration and DHS, they didn't provide a reasoned analysis as to why they should get rid of the program. So this doesn't mean that the Trump administration could never get rid of the program. It only says that the way they did it was not the correct one. And if they wanted to, they could do that. So what does this decision mean for current DACA recipients like myself? It actually says that you can and you should be renewing your DACA. Of course, seek the guidance of an immigration attorney because they are the professionals, of course. Another important note is that advanced parole is open. So the advanced parole is a separate application that DACA recipients are able to apply for in order to travel outside of the US. Of course, under the current administration, you might not want to do that, but if you really are considering it, like I said before, go to a lawyer. So the question, can people apply for DACA for the first time, aka an initial applicant? This decision from today kind of supports that. If you meet the requirements and the qualifications and you have the evidence, then you should be able to. Of course, because it's so fresh, this information from the Supreme Court, I'm sure USCIS will be putting out a press release to give people the guidance that they need in order to apply. And I'm gonna sound like a record player. Go to an immigration lawyer who can guide you. So for these new applicants who are interested in applying for the very first time, note that the Trump administration has strongly oppose this program and may do everything in their power to try to delay the approvals of some of these applications. They might use the current pandemic, COVID-19, to further delay the application process. A part of the application process for DACA initials first-time applicants is to get their fingerprints done. With the pandemic, USCIS has waived a lot of these biometrics, as they are called, fingerprint appointments, for DACA renewals because those fingerprints are already in the system. So that's what I meant when I said the administration might use that to further delay the application process for first-time applicants. And this is also not considering that we are in an election year. So this might be a plate that the Trump administration might not want to touch as they're leading up to re-election. So there you have it. That's my understanding of the SCOTUS decision from today. What I hope that you now know about what's going on. I know it's tough, but you got to stay strong out there. We're all in this together. It's not just DACA recipients. We're only a subset of the whole immigrant population, and even smaller subset of the oppressed people of America. And now more than ever, we need to all work together to fight these injustices. And with that, I'll leave you with a song that's been ringing in my head. It's actually a DACA recipient who is a talented musician and was there at the oral hearings in November, right in front of the Supreme Court, singing this song, and it really struck home with me. Thank you for watching.
When you know we've been helping down before, when my pride was low, they try to